In the cruel Kalahari Desert, a parched elephant herd is closing in on salvation, the Okavango Delta, and much-needed water. But a mother and her calf have fallen behind. The cow is so undernourished, her spine is visible through her skin. Her calf is blinded by sand. It follows its mother by sound alone. Yet, somehow, they manage to rejoin the herd. Another calf is not so lucky. He's old enough to be independent, but in these desperate conditions, he needs his mother's guidance. She knows the paths across these vast salt pans. Alone, he faces certain death. Finally, water arrives in the Okavango. After falling as rain in Angola, it traveled nearly 5 months and 1,000 miles to get here. Plovers gorge on insects driven from the parched ground. Catfish, traveling here with the floodwaters, collect victims the birds missed. There's something for everyone. Birds are among the first guests to the party. Wattled cranes. Then black storks. After weeks of trekking across the arid landscape, herds of buffalo arrive. Relief is just steps away. As the water sweeps in, the Okavango becomes a fertile paradise. Nowhere else on planet Earth does water transform a desert into an oasis of this magnitude. They call it the Jewel of the Kalahari. The elephants finally arrive. And waste no time taking the plunge. After hundreds of parched miles, salvation. There's even time for a little R&R. There's nothing an elephant loves more than a good swim. In a few months, the Okavango will go dry again, and they'll have to head elsewhere. But now, they swim laps out of pure joy. An even harsher land than the Kalahari lies about 500 miles to the southwest in Namibia. This is the Namib Desert. An unlikely place to find the king of the jungle. Life is easier in the grassy savannas, where huge game herds support prides of 20 lions or more. But here, smaller prides tackle rougher terrain and larger territories, as much as 7,000 square miles, compared to about 30 square miles in grassland. And there's no place to stage an ambush. Dinner's forever on the move. But this extreme survivor has a strategy for staying alive. The lions of the Namib Desert have evolved the perfect strategy for hunting prey in this extreme environment. First of all, they travel mainly across rocky ridges and dry riverbeds. Walking directly across the dunes would be too hot and waste too much energy. The oryx can use their amazing horns for self-defense, but they have other ways to elude the big cats. The lions follow along relentlessly. But however long it takes, the lions will be waiting. The oryx must eventually leave the dunes to find food and water. It's only a matter of time. The Namib Desert may be vast, but the lions are patient stalkers. Violent thunderstorms in the mountains far to the north can send flash floods into the heart of the desert. It's rare to see water here, and it doesn't last long. The sandy riverbed sucks in water like a sponge. For the animals living here, every inch of moistened soil increases the odds of survival. Within a week, a flush of green emerges and lures the oryx down from the dunes. It's a rare chance for them to build up their food reserves, but it comes at a steep price. The lion's patience is paid off. And the thick vegetation that has sprung up in the riverbed will make for easier hunting next time around. For both lions and oryx, the good times are brief. But these rare moments of plenty make it possible to survive in deserts year-round. Nearly 10,000 miles away, Arizona's Sonoran Desert gets more ample rain. Up to 15 inches a year, enough to support an impressive range of life. Rain falls just 2 seasons a year here. So, animals and plants must make the most of a storm when it comes. The giant saguaro has evolved to take full advantage of the summer rains.